What is up, my dudes? This is Yardbro, and you're tuning into another episode of my loan. So today is just a simple video. I'm gonna go over my budget sprinkler system. I'm gonna show you what exactly I have and what I would change if I could redo it again. First things first, you have to measure out the distance between what faucet you're using and where the hose is gonna be to the sprinkler. So I am running one faucet in the back, that way, you know, the hoses are kind of hidden in the back and they're just kind of hidden in the garden bed. So I busted out the tape measure and I made some measurements. So we went to the store and I got a couple hoses. I got a couple 100-foot hoses and a couple 10-foot hoses to attach to the timer. The hoses I first started using were just the regular old hoses from Home Depot or Lowe's, just a 100-foot hose and a couple 10-feet ones. And then I attached that to actually a copper splitter because I didn't have timers yet in the beginning. So I had a 4-way copper splitter, and then I separated those into 4 different sprinkler heads in the front. As we started working on the back, I then bought a copper splitter, a dual copper splitter, to split so I could have 4 heads in the back as well, off of the same faucet. If I could change one thing, okay, because I have one hose that's amazing that I should have done this in the beginning. It is the Bionic steel 100-foot garden hose that I purchased on Amazon. And if I could change it all again, I would buy a couple of these 25-foot Bionic steel ones and then attach those and bury them in the ground. I did have a little mishap where one of the hoses was eaten by one of the voles, and as I was going outside to check on the sprinklers, you see it was bursted. It had little chew marks. It was hilarious. It was bad. So if you do this, I highly recommend using Bionic steel garden hoses. Okay, now on to the sprinkler heads. I'm using the Orbit gear drive sprinkler head. Amazing sprinkler head. It does the coverage when you put it on the large setting and then don't have it on a mist. It goes everywhere, and I only need 4 of these heads in the front. And as you can see, the grass is a green. So I have tested out different times. So right now I have different times for different sections because sometimes, like the fence line side strips, they don't get enough water. So they're going longer than the front. The front's going, we've dialed it down. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 20 minutes total every single day right now during the summer. And the soil is good. I mean, it is a dark soil. I pulled a plug. It looks great. But on the side, it's a little dry. So we busted it up to 30 minutes at a time, 2 times a day. So we're going to get more moisture in there, a little bit, get that soil a little bit more healthy. But yeah, these gear drive Orbit, 100% recommend. Next thing I did was I got timers, because at the end of the day, we don't want to be staring at the sprinkler every single day, 3 times a day if you're overseeding, 2 times a day in the summer, or every other day when your lawn is super established. These timers are a godsend. I have a video, the Melnor timers. I'm not going to go over that again. I'm just letting you know. Timer in the front, timer in the back. I do a little explanation on how you do that, but it's super simple and it makes life easier. Everything's automated. I got a quote for an irrigation system when I first really, started getting serious about this. And it was upwards north of $7,000. 7 G's. And I'm like, ugh, really? 7 grand? And I see a lot of people with these and they still have to adjust the heads because they weren't installed properly, or they have a burst and you have to call someone out again. This system right here, under $500. Oh yeah, under $500 for everything. Now, if I did do the Bionic steel from Amazon, the garden hoses, it would have been less because I spent a crap load on this retail regular old garden hoses when I could have just bought the Bionic steels. You know what I mean? I have one Bionic steel. It was dirt cheap. That's what I would change. My system is above ground, right? It's above ground. And yeah, the hoses are exposed. I can put some rocks on top of it, but at the end of the day, it's all good. As long as you put it in your garden beds and place it. Like, the only one that kind of bugs me is the corner one on the fence line side strips because it's exposed. Like, I wish there was a way just to hide that one, but at the end of the day, it's all good because we're focusing on the lawn, not the sprinkler head. And it still looks good. It still looks green. Guys, I'm telling you, if I could change one thing, it's all Bionic steel hoses, okay? Oh yeah, and on the side, so the little patches that I shared with my neighbor, I'm just using the nice little Orbit cannon. I mean, it's cool because there's like a bucket feature where it sprays a little bit more thicker. It has a fan, it has the shower, or just a jet. I mean, and it's super sturdy, and I like that fire hose feel. You know what I mean? Like, other ones are cool, but my hands get tired. This one's just like, boop, done. And you're just holding, chilling, spraying your stuff down. I think I did find a way where I could do a timer on the side as well, and I can hide the Orbit's sprinkler head. But we'll save that for now, because I do have another timer that is not Melnor that I do want to review on, and I think that's the one we're going to do for the side, but stay tuned for that as well. But anyways, all right guys, thanks for tuning in. You're the best. You guys are amazing, but I did get a request for what my setup looks like, and this is it. All right, my dudes, we'll catch you on the next video. Take it easy.